Hey everyone, I'm Catherine Biroy, your personal growth and business coach, and I have just one mission to help you do what you love and make your dream business flourish. Therefore, I'm bringing in experts to discuss certain topics, and I couldn't be more happier than today to have my dear friend Kat Knott with me here. We're going to discuss something that you probably don't expect, but will be very much surprised. Cat is a spiritual warrior, channeler, and guide on the pathless path of life, shining a light toward all of our unlived lives and unfulfilled potentials. She is an evolutionary coach for soul led entrepreneurs and awakening warriors who are daring to stand up and follow their calling. Her personal mission is to keep you pointing directly toward the you that is your power, unique connection to life, magic, and infinite potential. As our whole world is undergoing its current what the fuck awakening, her powerful initiative work helps us refocus to our purpose while expanding into new infinite collective perspectives, awakening your soul, awakening your power, and awakening your truth. Thank you so much for being here with me today. I'm so happy and honored. And how are you?
I'm so good and I am so excited to talk to you because I love being in your energy. I love the work that you're doing in this world. I love the way that you're supporting so many of us. And thank you for everything and for having me here. So I'm really just like, we can talk about whatever now. It'll be brilliant.
So feelings are mutual. First, tell us a little bit what is a soul led entrepreneur?
Well, the way that I work in this world is that I truly believe that there are soul-led beings, soul-led people, soul-led entrepreneurs, but we've kind of inherited the term entrepreneur. I don't honestly believe there's many of us soul-led warriors who do truly own the title entrepreneur, because we've kind of fallen into this work and we've fallen into making a business out of the calling that is emerging from us. Like our soul is always constantly speaking to us and constantly wanting to make things real through us. And certain ones of us are really, really good at listening to that and really, really have been put on this planet in this moment to be exactly that, exactly what we are meant to be here right now. So these soul-led warriors are the people that I am here to cheerlead and to give a collective, I believe in you, to all of those people who have struggled through so many different ways of trying to learn how to be a business person, trying to learn how to do all the things we're supposed to. Whereas in actual fact, all we want to do is let these creations and these visions and these ideas come to life through us.
So, guys, believe it or not, but I'm one of them. Yeah, we met a long time ago, several years ago, actually, online, and I truly enjoyed all of your videos, all of your content, everything. And I was so happy and honored to work with you and to share this story because you are familiar with my story and most of the my audience is also. And although I was a scientific girl, I had a kind of an awakening and I truly live the best life that I ever did before. So that's why I believe this message is very important to be shared. I said a few bad words at the beginning when I was reading your bio. And I asked you how you want me to phrase that. So tell me, what is the what the fuck awakening? I mean, yeah, that's your term, but I'm very very happy to, to be free to say that. And why are soul-led entrepreneurs here to lead, actually?
Well, I've coined this phrase, the what the fuck awakening, right? And before our current weirdness of life, the what the fuck awakening was the moment that we as soul-led warriors kind of all go through these awakening moments where we just suddenly look at life in a completely different way. And we suddenly look around us and go, what the fuck? How did I get here? Why am I here? Why am I doing this stuff that I don't even want to do? Why am I around these people that I don't even like anymore? You know, there's myriads of different levels of the what the fuck that we go through when we're going through this awakening. But what's happened recently and has spurred on a lot of ours is that obviously we are now in this present climate going through a global what the fuck awakening. We are going through where humanity itself is looking around at life and going, how did we get here? How did we get behind all of these walls and structures and beliefs, and who am I within it? Who am I actually meant to be in this? And I think every single human on the planet at the moment is going through, at various stages and various depths, this awakening of looking at themselves differently and looking at life differently. And truly, I honestly believe that the deepest soul-led warriors here, yourself included, and probably quite a few people watching, we are like we're the transition team, if you like. It's like we have been placed in exactly the right place at exactly the right time, in exactly the right resonance, that we can bring healing to this world. And one of the things that I have to unpick with many people that come and work with me is the fact that previously in life, things haven't worked out. You know, we've tried to make projects happen. We've tried to do this. We've ended up in places we didn't think we were meant to be. Things have seemed to go wrong. But in us all now, the true soul-led warriors, there is such a depth of purpose and truth and honesty and knowing that this is the time now where we have to stand in our own space, stand in our own power, stand in our own truth, and say, no, I need to do this my way now. I need to do this with me, with my soul, and do the truth of me that I've never done before.
Yes, I'm just nodding my head. Yeah, you notice that? That's a good sign, because every single word resonated with me. I just couldn't live in that box anymore. And I was struggling with my own self, and I wanted to get out. And look what happened when I did. So,
Yes.
and that's why I stepped up to help people to really get out and to share their message. And yours is so unique. It's so powerful. And I am completely, you know, I'm just all ears when I listen to you now, or in any piece of content that you create. And I want people to hear that. Do you truly believe that soul-led entrepreneurs can save the world?
Yes, I do. I honestly do. And I truly believe this, like I say, because we're here to be the transition team, right? We have been put here now at this time. We were born for this time, right? And again, there is a depth of knowing in all of us now that we haven't got a minute to spare now. We have not got any more faffing around time to not be who we are meant to be. And as the transition team, what we are doing is we are trusting the soul-led energy that wants to emerge through us. We are trusting that we can stay in the state of, I do not know. And that is the peace and the resonance that we're able to put out into this world as the true soul-led warriors and entrepreneurs, is to stand in that space of being truthful with, we don't know. But right now, what I know is that this message, this project, this idea, this vision is what needs to come into this world. And if we, as previous entrepreneurs, look at how projects have been structured, You know, if we look at the way that normal businesses run, we put a project together and we timeline it forward, and we then justify whether that's actually going to be worth doing. So we have like human targets that we work towards, but the measurables of soul-led work can't be done that way, because we're creating a whole new language. We're literally bringing the next level of work out without knowing what the question is. We're creating the thing without a question. So this is why it's so powerful and so necessary that soul-led warriors, soul-led entrepreneurs are following the truth of the visionary concepts of their work, and following the calling that's in them, and following the ideas, and making real what it is that is calling from the inside, that wants to be made real. You know, and I truly believe that staying in the space of knowing it doesn't make sense, but I know I've got to do it anyway, is what really sets us apart.
Yeah, been there many times. It didn't make sense. And though I would like to add a little bit science to this, because my audience know that I'm a geek. I always knew a lot of things. I'm in Mensa. I was programmer. Nothing happened until I opened my heart.
Mm.
So my book is called Live From Your Heart and Mind for a reason. And English is not my native language. And I had no idea how am I going to publish book in English. And I really didn't know any of that. You know, everything that happened. Once I stepped up, opening my heart and helping people to achieve what they wish to achieve with their happiness, my, soul grows. And then we all grow together. And my business transformed. I'm saying that with purpose. My business transformed. It tripled last year, and it tripled now during the Corona. But this is me. I opened my heart publicly. You know, while I was sitting in the office writing a code, no one ever heard me. I was just creating those apps and had no idea what the fuck I'm doing. You know?
What the fuck is the compass for the new way of living in this world right now?
So we all have our path and our purpose. And once we feel that's the path and that's the thing that we need to do, there are no limits. The opportunities just come. The energy which we have around us actually attracts the same energy. So if people look at you and all my clients, we are very in similar frequencies, in similar energies. We are all doing different kind of businesses very seriously with a huge success, but we all resonate the same. We are all here to help people, and that truly is beneficial. Now we're going to have some fun. And you know that last part of my interviews, which my audience actually likes the most, and I'm not sure about my guests.
I must admit, I haven't practiced this because short answers are not my thing at all. So we may have to throw the bell out after the first try, but we'll give it a go.
I trust in you. You will hear the ring bells. So,
Okay, go for it.
I will ask you a quick question, and you have 10 seconds or a sentence to answer me. And we will start when you're ready. Okay? Ready? Okay, the first one. What is the biggest thing that holds all entrepreneurs back?
Believing that we should be something that somebody else says that we should be.
True. Like my mom, for example. Okay.
Yeah.
The second one. Why do you believe that is a journal so important to our evolution?
Because we can't make sense of our soul's evolution by looking at it going ahead. It only makes sense in hindsight. We need to write down the visionary ideas we get and all of the concepts that we get and all of the ideas we get, and we need to make sure that we're following them somewhere, because that then gives us the courage to keep going forwards. even when it only makes sense in hindsight, and that was way more than 10 seconds.
But I didn't want to interrupt you because it's brilliant. You know, when I go back and look what I wrote like a few years ago, and I just say, oh, wow, I really did this.
Yeah.
Seriously?
It's recognizing that
Yeah.
keeps moving forward. And without that ability to look back and say, oh my God, I had this idea so many years ago, and now I'm in a space where it all makes sense. That thing I remember from there is now here, and this is why I'm meant to do it, because all these other pieces are now in place.
Yeah.
That's what keeps the fire of us moving forward. So we need to remember that, and we need to be in peace with knowing that it only makes sense in hindsight. That's the difference between human measurables make sense going forward, soul-led measurables only make sense when you look back at them.
You know, I found my vision board, which I made like 10 years ago. The first time I saw Secret, we all created a vision.
Yeah.
I did it all, and I had no idea. Like, I forgot about it. I was just, you know, we are all taking out things of the closets during this pandemic. So I found it, and I was like, you know, looking at the pictures, and I was like, seriously? You know? So I made a new one because I really did all of that back then. Yeah. Okay, third question. What's the biggest gift that soul-led entrepreneurs can give themselves, like right now?
True knowledge that you are enough. Right now, in this moment, just by breathing, you're enough.
Of course, I have to add something. I never, you know, it never ends up like in 10 minutes, in 10 seconds. It just goes, you know. Last year in September, October, or something like that. Well, when I was working with you, and after that, I actually enrolled to. This is not a commercial because I'm not an affiliate, but it really helped me. Marissa's peer program for you know, rapid transformational hypnotherapy, and the core is being enough. And of course, I was led with that thought a lot of years before, but this time I went deeper, much deeper. And I truly sensed the transformation of me really being enough to do everything that I would like to, and to be like just me at this moment. And I have shorts now, and I want to say that because it's me, because it's hot here and I need to, you know, have a shirt up, but I have shorts down and no one can see that. And that's me. And that's how I want people to see me and connect. And that's, I think, the best thing that we can do for ourselves. Just drop off all the masks and everything that society brings to us, and just be yourself, and life will be much more easier.
True. And just, you know, especially in these times, to know that we are a resonance, we are a light that is exactly where we need to be, and exactly the right time we need to be here, doing exactly what it is that we're meant to be doing.
Yes.
So we can find so much peace from that. And even behind all of the nonsense that everybody's brain kicks in, all of that noise, every single human on this planet has noise, right? And we can learn ways of calming that. We can learn ways of moving around it. But just simply knowing that strength inside of us has never been stronger. That light inside of us has never been stronger than it is right now. And this is the time that we were all born for right now. Yes. So this is why these conversations are so important, because there are, I know, so many people out there that are still trying to be in a box that somebody else has made for them. And right now, it has never been more important than we break down those boxes and we stand in the truth of who we are.
Brilliant. Thank you so much for being my guest and sharing all this today with us.
It's been an absolute pleasure. I absolutely love working with you, and thank you for having me.
Tell us where people can find you.
Yeah, you can just find all of my work on my website. It's catknott.com, which is catknott.com. And also all of my videos and the channeled work that I do, and all of the new stuff goes up onto my YouTube channel, which is YouTube/catknott.
Beautiful. Thank you, Kat, once more. And I see you soon. Ciao.
Bye.